手触りが良さそうだ。ほらごらんやるぞ。あ、善一さん。なんだこの音。被害がありそうだ。三の牙、父子、ただつのって叩けでも俺がくじけることは絶対にない。
All right, we just watched episode 12 of Demon Slayer. My name's Seth, this is Chevy, and we're going to do a real quick recap. So we're continuing on the Scooby-Doo adventure of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Boar Head Guy running around this mansion of mystery, all getting split up and doing their own things. We see Zenitsu and I forgot his name, but the kid are wandering around. Zenitsu's doing what Zenitsu does best, and he's just freaking out and complaining and crying. And we get a good scene of the kid just barely saying anything, and he freaks out and starts talking about how like he needs to give him like a warning before he says something, and if something happens to him, that means the kid murdered him and all sorts of shit. He's going insane. While that's going on, some demon that was hinted at before from Tanjiro, saying that he got the scent of multiple demons, comes crawling out and tries to eat them, saying he's going to guzzle his brains, which was the exact thing he was worried about, which leads to a situation where they're running from this dude who's planning on eating them, getting to a situation where Zenitsu freaks out so much that he passes out, takes a nap, leaving the kid by himself while the demon is getting ready to eat them, then revealing that Zenitsu's not as useless as once thought, or at least when he's knocked out, showing off that he has definitely some samurai technique going on in his attack, some electricity, it seemed like, with his attack, where he does a single forward strike and just instantly murders the fucking demon. Kind of a cool little moment right before that too, where he's chopped the fucking tongue off.
Where he's about to hit the kid with his tongue.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. And then he wakes up, freaks out because there's a dead demon, and thanks the kid for saving him. Yeah, which was both pretty cool to see. I definitely liked the way the attack looked, and also comical. Also gives me an idea of what to expect from him as a character as of right now, being that he's got some potential that he's not aware of, I guess, which is fun. Then we have the boar guy running around and just, what does he say, coming through?
Yes.
He's just running around freaking out and runs into a demon who... in the last situation, you have like this whole drawn out event that happens. And with this guy, the guy's just talking about how he's going to do something, and the dude just chops his arms off and then chops his head off and just keeps running. So, wasn't too big of a deal for him. He's dedicated to what he's going for. So definitely interested in finding out what that is. And then Tanjiro and the little girl are wandering around, and they come upon her brother. He's alive. He goes through this story of how the main demon guy with the Suzumis got into conflict with another demon. The Suzumi got knocked off of him. The kid grabbed it and used it and was able to disappear to a different room. And that's how he survived, which also explains how the main demon is, doing his rolling the room and attack stuff. and was not responsible for the room's disappearing. That was the brother. So it's kind of an interesting thing as well. Also find out a bit more about the main demon, who is, I guess, regretting that he's not higher rank. He was trying to do that and was not able to meet the standards of, I forgot his name, Kibutsuji?
Something like that.
Kibutsuji? Something like that. I'll remember once he's talked about it more often again. Yeah, so he didn't meet the requirements, and he's essentially an underling. So yeah, not good enough, I guess. Also kind of gross that his eyes are rolled into his head because of that X that Kitsu. I can't.
So yeah,
say his name right now.
it shows that he used to be part of the 12.
Yeah, and you
but
got,
then he couldn't obtain any more strength, and
yeah, because he wanted to devour more and more.
yeah, and he basically became useless in the eyes of the main demon, and
Kibutsuji.
so he stripped his rank, which is what the X was.
Yeah.
And I imagine he rolls his eye. I don't think they explain it, but I think he just rolls his eyes in the back of his head to hide his shame, effectively.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even questioning his eyes until that happened, and then it showed. And I was like, "Oh, okay, interesting."
And they also reiterate in this episode that how much blood you receive from him is kind of a indicator of how much strength you have. But you have to survive it, as he gave that girl a ridiculous amount of blood, and she kind of just exploded.
Yeah, it
in
was
the very
like her
beginning.
cells fucking couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah. Anyways.
yeah. What else am I missing? Oh yeah. So after that, Tanjiro and the kids with him devise a plan, mostly Tanjiro's plan, that he's going to leave them, but they're going to use the Suzumi to essentially leave, and he'll find them later so that he can take on the demon, without them being possibly in danger. And yeah, in the time that he's trying to fight the demon is using his abilities with the Suzumis. He gets down that one is essentially to roll the room left, one's to roll the room right, and the other one is an attack. So essentially the guy is playing a fighting game.
And the ones on his hips roll the room forward and backward.
Yeah. And then Tanjiro goes through an inner dialogue of essentially being the oldest brother and having to endure things and having doubt but never giving up, a whole sentiment that I think most people are going to want from him as a hero character. And
So it's reiterating that he has a broken rib and leg,
yeah,
so he's not fighting at 100%.
yeah, which is kind of a continuation of when he was taking that damage early on, not early on, a couple episodes ago, where he was initially like telling himself he can't stop, even though his arms felt like they were gonna fall off and shit.
Well, the missions just keep piling up, and he doesn't get any rest. So.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that continues forward into I assume the next episode where we'll see more of that fight, but yeah, kind of a revealing episode for Zenitsu. Still got a lot of that comedy that I enjoyed from the last episode, but then also revealed that he can be a badass, so that's cool. I was waiting for that. And then the boar guy is definitely an intriguing character. I want to see more of him. We also saw a little I guess altercation between him and Tanjiro, which makes their relationship, I'm sure later will be fine, but a little ambiguous on what's even going on there, because for me as a new viewer, I'm lacking the information on why they both seem to be demon slayers, but one is he actually a boar, or is he wearing a boar head? It seems to be actually him because it's moving when he talks and there's steam and stuff coming out of there. But I guess I'll find out. But also, where does his allegiances lie? Because him and Tanjiro kind of have a moment where he's swinging at him, and Tanjiro doesn't know what to make of that. Neither do I. I can have my guesses, but I'll wait and see. So yeah, he's an interesting character. Definitely want to see what's going on with him more, and what his ambitions are.
You definitely get a huge focus because he keeps like mentioning like, using people's springboards. He just attacks people relentlessly. That like all he cares about is combat. It seems like so. I won't say. I'm trying to stay vague because I don't want to like obviously spoil his character. But,
yeah.
He's pretty simple-minded in this episode for sure.
Yeah. Also, as a fan of Berserk and liking Guts' characteristics of going berserk and just fucking attacking, killing people before any kind of like big monologue or anything like that, I appreciate that the boar guy is similar. It's definitely a favorite archetype of mine. This is a good episode. I enjoyed it. My favorite part was the Zenitsu part. I thought that was a lot of fun. I kind of suspected something was going to happen, not to that degree. When he passed out, I was like, "Where's this going?" And then that happened. Like, okay, here we go. That's the thing. One more of the boar guy, so we'll see where that goes. And to be honest, I'm not that interested in this demon. His abilities are kind of like interesting in the sense that the mansion itself is almost a character. It's fun in that way as an adventure. And then the other demons are throwaway, for sure, the big fat one. But the other one was served as like a catalyst to reveal something. But the main demon, as much as I can go like, well, it's kind of, maybe the next episode will have more info. It's interesting that, he was like, knocked down from his ranking, which shows how some of that works. He's not as interesting as some of the other demons I've seen so far, but it's not bad. But I am definitely ready for the result of what happens here between him and Tanjiro. Of course, I'm rooting for Tanjiro and stoked to see what happens with him next. But I am more stoked about the characters that are introduced now within this mansion and where we go from here, because I want to see more from them. So it was a fun episode, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you said it. It's definitely meant to be a lot of introduction and an information episode for sure. With a little taste, obviously, that, like you said, Zenitsu's not useless. There's just something going on with him, right? So, and as a fan of lightning element, I'm generally a fan of when he does fight. So,
I also like that this adds, unless something else is different from what I'm thinking. I think it's funny that he said he survived the trial because of luck, but now seeing this, I can only assume this happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they even cover it ever. So
yeah, well, it just made me think about it though. I'm
Yeah.
like, that probably is exactly what happened, because he had to survive out there for a week.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, like, he probably was freaking out, but he probably passed out and killed shit.
Yeah, probably.
So that's what I assume happened. So I thought it was kind of a fun way to kind of reveal that information to me. That's the way I assume it went down. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Adding kind of that backstory without actually telling it. So yeah, I want to see more Boar Guy.
I mean, me too, but
Yeah.
I'm fond of him. So
I gotta learn his name organically. If you've said his name before, but I don't remember.
I'm intentionally not using it.
But
now,
it hasn't revealed him yet, so it's more fun if I learn it through the show. God damn, it's fucking raining.
Washington State, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, cool episode. I am definitely looking forward to the next episode. Giving me probably the results I'm more so looking for. But again, I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed Zenitsu's reveal, expanding his character to more than just, or from more than just fucking whiny, pitiful dude that even in danger when he's freaking out, the kids just stare at him like, "Are you fucking serious, dude?" Yeah, it was fun. Anything else you want to say? All right. Well, we will see you guys on episode 13. Let me know what you thought of episode 12. And yeah, I've been Seth. This is Chevy, and we'll see you on the next episode.